Shalom, Yasharahla. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakah Kodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Shanya Kabad Gadwala Rakab Hazakwanyam Nawa, Waha Shalayakim Nawa, Shal Yasharahla Ba'id. All which means double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Archimedes, pushing the truth in love and sincerity and in charity. Okay, this is the brother YASHAWAN from the GMS Bahamas camp. Barker Joe with another lesson. Okay, and this lesson will be entitled Mr. E. Mount Seir. Okay, blaspheme the name of the Lord. Alright, now, I hear on Google, okay, type in Esau. They have Esau 1506 BC. Okay, which in they have him as his true color red. Alright. Now listen what they say here. Esau in the Hebrew Bible is the oldest son of Isaac. He is mentioned in the book of Genesis and by the prophets Obadiah and Malachi. The New Testament alludes to him in the epistle of the Romans and in the epistle of the Hebrews. Okay. Now, let me just show you something right here. Alright. Let me just go back. Okay, right here. Alright. They have here Esau, Hebrew, modern, Esau, Tiberian, Esau, okay. Then they have Greek, Latin, alright. Then they have Esau, Arabic, Esau meaning hairy or rough, okay, which we know that Esau means wasted away, okay, wasted he away, alright, because when Isaac, okay, when Isaac had Esau and Jacob, he thought that Esau, they say, man, he saw this half-baked, or this baby he ain't finished baking, okay, because we know that Jacob came with brown skin, like his father Isaac, okay, but Esau came out red, alright, so Esau means wasted away, okay, at that time, body in the Bible was red, okay, or white, I would say, okay, everybody was basically different shades of brown, okay, yeah man, but nonetheless, Esau, okay, blaspheme against the Lord, okay. Now, I'm going to show you something right here, okay. This is how he blasphemed against the Lord. See, Rebecca, white. Ishmael, white. Laban, white. Rachel, white. Judah, white. Joseph, white. Leah, white. Bethuel, alright, white. Okay? You see in all these images, alright? This probably came the closest with say right here with this man laying down. They have him probably a colored man. Okay? But as you can see, everybody white. Alright? Everybody is white in these images. Okay? Everybody white. Alright? So that's one way he blasphemed. Look at Simeon. Alright? All of them is white. Okay? So now let's hit the scriptures. Alright? We can hit the book of Revelations, okay, chapter 13 and verse 5. Alright, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, okay, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months, okay, speaking about Esau, Edom, okay, Mr. E, Mount Seir, the so-called white man today, and he opened his mouth in blaspheme in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name, which indeed that's what he did. Okay? And his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. Okay? Even the angels, all right, the Most High and his Son, all right? When you look at them, when you Google God, white, you Google, well, you know, his name isn't Jesus, but for edification's sake, you Google Jesus, you'll see white. Or you Google any of the names of the Bible, you will see white. Okay? Google the angel's name, you will see white. Okay? So that's one way he blasphemed against the Lord. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. And who are the saints? The children of Israel. Okay? And to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. Okay? Who ruling this world today? Who on top? Okay? Who said it in every skyscraper around the world? Alright? Esau, Edom. Okay? The so-called white man. Alright? So, this is Psalms chapter 50. Okay, and 5. Gather my sins together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Okay, speaking to the Israelites. Okay, because only the Israelites were made a covenant by sacrifice unto Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh. Okay, Psalms 148 and 14. He exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh. Okay, that plain, that simple. Alright. So now let me give you an example of how Mr. E blasphemed the name of the Lord. I mean, I'm going to show you. Okay. This is John chapter 10, starting at verse 30. Alright. This is Yahushua speaking. I and my Father are one. Okay. Not literally like the Christians would think. Oh, God came down and walked among us himself. So when Yahushua is in the garden praying, who he is praying to? Them so-called Christians. Alright? One in the same mind, speaking the same thing. Okay? 31. Then the Jews took up stones again to stone him. Okay? You see him set his people in the day. Alright? And Yahushua answered, many good works have I showed you from my Father. For which of those works do ye stone me? The Jews answered him, saying, for a good work we stone thee not, but for blasphemy, and because thou, being a man, makest thyself God. Okay, then Yahushua answered them, okay, is it not written in your law, I said, ye are God, speaking in the children of Israel? Okay, but the point right here, what I want to make, alright, in verse 33, the Jews answered him, saying, for a good work we stone thee not, but for blasphemy, and because that thou, being a man, makest thyself God. Okay? Now that's point number 1. Alright? What man can make himself a God? Okay? So when you make yourself a God, alright, saying that you is the Most High, then you blaspheme against the Most High. Okay? That's point number 1. In John chapter 10. Now let's shoot down to Mark chapter 2 and verse 5. Okay? When Yahushua saw their faith, he said unto the sick of the palsy, son, thy sins be forgiven. Okay? Son, thy sins be forgiven. So who have the power to forgive sins? Alright? Not only than the Father and the Son. Okay? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called God and Jesus Christ. Okay? So now, that's point number 2. Okay? So let's see in John chapter 10. Alright? The Jews said unto Yahweh Shai, alright, he made himself a power. He made himself a God. Okay? So now, Check this. This is verse 6. But there was certain of the scribes sitting there and reasoning in their hearts, why doeth this man thus speak blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but only the Most High? Okay? So only the Most High can forgive sins. Okay? And Yahushua is the Son of the Most High, him being the mediator between the children of Israel and the Most High. He also could forgive sins. That's why he tell the woman, that's why he can say here, son, thy sins be forgiven thee. Okay? So now, point number 1, all right, you make yourself a power of God, and then you say you can forgive sins. Okay? So, who the earth is given into? All right? Who the earth is given to? Okay? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay? Speaking about Mr. E, Mount Seir, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? He exalted himself to be the Most High, and he exalted himself to say what he can forgive sins. Okay, so check out the Catholic churches, the Roman Catholic churches. Okay, they have their booths and things set up and calling this man and that man and the Pope them and all that stuff Father. Okay, which Yahweh Shai say in Matthew 23:9. Call no man Father, right? All right. As a matter of fact, let me just get that. Okay, this is Matthew 23 and verse 9. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. Okay? In the Catholic people is call them man and father. Then when you go in them boot and saying you confessing your sins, and they say man your sins are forgiven. When you go to Esau, Edom them. So point number 1, okay, he exalted himself to be the Most High. And point number 2, he's saying he could forgive sins, like the Pope them. All right, check this. Okay, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, starting at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, speaking about Mr. E, Mount Seir. Okay, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Okay, so when you go up inside these hallowed houses, all right, what pictures you see up there? Says your boy, aka Jesus Christ, the so-called white man. Okay, everybody in this earth, Salah, all around the world, Christianity basically is number 1. Okay, that's why he say, who opposes it and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship. You know how people are worshiping him? He's worshipped all around the world. Boy, I tell you. Let's get Isaiah chapter 14, start at verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, Esau, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the isles of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. All right? So Esau, Edom blasphemed the name of the Lord. Okay? And that's what he did. Okay? Now, for y'all who grown up, who grow up now, okay, and have your children them listening to what the song of Michael Jackson and sing. He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you are bad or good, so be good for goodness sake, or something like that. Okay? That's the song with Esau them had Michael Jackson and them singing. Okay? Who knows when you are bad or good? Only the Most High. Who knows when you're sleeping? Only the Most High. Okay, when you go to sleep in the night, Esau them, does they know you sleeping? No. They don't know when you're sleeping. Only the Most High know when you're sleeping. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I tell you. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. Check this. Okay? For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Alright? So only the Most High have that power. But Esau them putting these things right inside our people's face and they can't even see it. Okay? So yeah, man. He is the son of perdition. He is the man of sin. And he is the man who blasphemed the name of the Lord and blaspheming. Okay? Against the Lord. This is Revelation 13:1. And I stood upon the sand, this is John see. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea. Okay, this kingdom, all right, having this kingdom which ruleth the day. Okay, all right, which is EU and NATO. Okay, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Okay, which showing you that they blaspheme against the Lord. Okay, because why? They covered the faces of the judges thereof. Okay, they make themselves gods. Okay, they calling themselves God. They saying they sit above the Most High. Okay, so we go right back here to verse 5 and 6. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name. Okay, which are the children of Israel, the day who are scattered through the four winds, you Native American Indians, Latinos, and you Negroes, or the Israelites who look like the other nations. Okay, to blaspheme his name by saying that they are the children of Israel, within the land of Israel today, and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. Okay, which are the Most High and the angels. Okay, so yeah, man, Esau, Edom, you is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of the following. Okay, you know that your time is up shortly. All right, so prepare. Okay, prepare, as the scriptures say. Okay, as the scriptures say, yeah, and they worship the dragon, and which gave power unto the beast, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him. Okay, so guess what? War is coming. Okay, that's why y'all have y'all stuff out looking, waiting to see when YASHAWAN will return. Okay, for 7, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Okay, going back to Daniel chapter, I think chapter 9. All right, where it say the saints shall take the kingdom. Okay. All right. So Salakia, let me just get that scripture. Salakia, yeah, that's Daniel chapter 7. Okay, 17 and 18. All right. So with that, I hope you edified this lesson. So I say until next time, Shalom.